I live in Thailand. I'm actually like traveling around last few years, like around 4 years or something. And few or less, all my life, I'm making music. This is what I do.
I love it. I love it. Thank you very much. And so we did together, what was it, like 3 or 4 sessions? And I would like to ask you to maybe talk about what was the situation before we started working together. So where have you been? What has been happening in your life? What has been the situation before?
So I was working with you um, on my relationships. Like generally my relationship with my partner, but I think that is more kind of relationship with myself as as always.
Right?
So yeah, and when we started, it was pretty messed up everything in my relationship, and there was pretty much of confusions and yeah, I understood already that time some things about like why it's happening in my relationship, like where I mean the roots are from, like from my childhood, exactly what from is it, and so on. But still I didn't know like exactly what to do with this, and
Hmm.
didn't know how to work with this. So, and yeah, my relationship at the time was pretty, with my partner, was pretty complicated and not easygoing. So that was my point A.
Right. And so, if I may ask, let us maybe focus on the more internal. So, how did that make you feel? The situation that you were in. What were you maybe unable to do that you wished you could, and what was the impact that the whole situation had on you, and maybe people around you?
I felt pretty stressed, um,
Right.
and and sad
Mm.
and angry. So these were my feelings. I think so, mostly.
Right. And so, if I may ask you, how did you find me? And kind of how did we come together? And mostly, what were the thoughts before before we even started? Were there any doubts? Were there any fears about the whole process working with me, or not? I'm just curious.
Um, I know about you from my partner, so with whom I have a relationship. So I had feelings a little bit about it, that you know that you kind of his friend, and not kind of, but you're his friend. So and
Right.
like you know that it can be like a little bit tricky in this way. So I had some worries about it, but otherwise I didn't have any worries.
Okay, so then if this was the fear or some kind of doubt, what made you say yes anyway?
You know, I'm opportunist in human design, and when there is opportunity, so I'm in.
I love it.
Because also my partner was talking pretty much about how a lot of things you know and how you work with people and with all these methods and everything, and I was really curious also to know how does it feel like and how does it work.
Right, right. Okay, and so let us talk about where are you at right now? What is your situation right now, and how does that situation where you are right now make you feel?
I feel pretty calm and pretty stable. Like really, I'm sometimes like, really? I feel like that stable. Like you know that I'm sometimes like maybe you know have a fear to think about it, that if I think about it, that I or even talk about it right now, that I'm stable. Like you know something will happen that I'll be not stable anymore.
Right.
So yeah, at the moment I feel mm, pretty good and pretty stable also with my relationship, and like, yeah, and I feel, that I feel much more my inner strength, and like somehow, yes, something like this. And yeah, my relationship now for sure became the next level of what I experienced a few months ago when we started our training. So yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. And so when we did, like I said, we did, I don't even know how many sessions that was, because it kind of, yeah, we did quite a lot of work together. What were your thoughts when you were going through the process? We did something online, we did something in person. So what were your thoughts as we were going through the sessions, through the approaches?
It was different. I mean that sometimes, for example, I was fully in and going like very deep how I experienced, and I was thinking like, wow, now we are going so deep and like really, that this is it. But sometimes I felt like I was not very focused and I was not very deep, and I was feeling like this is not like very deep, and I didn't,
Right,
and my thoughts were like kind of making some resistance that it's like everything unnecessary and like it doesn't make any sense and so on. So that was my thoughts.
I love it, But you still did it, right? Like you still trusted the process, so you did it anyway. And that's actually the greatest benefit. And so, if I may ask you, Mary, where are you? Like, what is the situation right now when we look at what are you capable of doing? What are you able to do right now that you could not before? And maybe what is the positive impact that you notice on yourself, on your relationship, or maybe also on people around you?
Yeah, what I started to be able, that I'm able now to not fully be in my emotions. Kind of
Mm,
like I started to feel that emotions more kind of happening with me, but I'm not becoming my emotions, which
right.
uh, which was happening like all the time with me before. And yeah, this is, I think, the main benefit from our work,
Mm,
that it just like, yeah, just like, I can tell that I started to be more present, especially in these emotional moments. I started to be more present and kind of like feeling my true self, feeling my real self, which is not emotions, which is not my body or like kind of my spirit. Yeah, I started to feel more in these moments. So yeah, this is, I think, my main benefit. And generally, if I have some conflicts, in relationship or something like not comfortable, some feelings, it doesn't feel that bad anymore. It
mm,
feels not like really nice, but it's not that bad. How it felt before, it was like, big drama all the time. If something happening in relationship, it was like the biggest drama and always. And now somehow like it's just okay, like just like okay, everything fine. It just the process of life is always like this, is ups and downs and what to do.
I love it. I love it. Thank you. Thank you very much for sharing. So I want to ask you just one more question, and that is, what would you tell someone who is watching this testimonial right now and is unsure about taking the next step?
Unsure about taking the next step, like
Yeah. So let's say they consider working with me, or they consider doing this work, and they are not really sure. They are watching this testimonial. What would you tell a person like that?
I would tell that better do than don't do.
Opportunist. Yeah. I love it.
Because like, yeah, and of course, I believe that everything works in what we believe that it works. And these methods which you use, I experienced on myself, and we were even learning, these methods, like, and I feel it's not something like esoterics or something like, completely like conspiracy or something.
Right.
It's really like science of how it works, how our brain works, how our emotions work. And this is like why to don't believe in this, so I believe in this, that's why it works for me. So yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much for sharing. Is there anything else that you would like to share, or is it pretty much all?
Yeah, I think I shared everything. You
Very
have
good.
very good questions.
Thank you. Thank you very much for providing the testimonial, and I wish you all the best going forward.
Namaste.
Thank you.
Wish you all the